And now we are live. We started off with that moan from Politipod.
Boy, I tell
because
you
of
what,
Casey.
man, it's a good day, man. I just got off work. I'm on one. Let's go.
But yeah, I'm here with Politipod and Casey.
Yeah.
I saw, dude.
What's up, guys?
Ugh.
All right. So, yeah, February. What a month, huh?
Yeah.
It's
This
a
has
month
been-
of love and hate, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a bad time for people who are single. It's a good time for anyone who's not, man.
Well, some guys like the punishment.
That's true. That is true.
So yeah, I'm gonna start off this news stream with telling everyone I just made a drink. Fresh cantaloupe with Monarch rum and lemon lime soda.
God, that's fucking
You're
sweet.
making me want to drink right now, but I can't because I'm driving. So it's
I call it an orange Caribbean. So
It
there we
sounds
go.
good as fuck, though. For real.
Definitely is good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It sounds good, but it also sounds kind of gay. Well, a little bit.
Man, I forgot what it was. It's like one of my friends was like, "Man, why they call a mojito gay? It's made of mint, dude. It tastes good as fuck."
I think it's just because mostly gay guys drink it. That's really just
I
the
don't really think
association.
so. I think it's mostly women that drink it, but it's like all it is. What is it? It's like I think it's like vodka and like mint shit, or maybe it's like gin. I can't remember. It's been forever since I've had one, but they're good as fuck, dude.
Yeah, if it doesn't burn my throat, I don't drink it.
What a bitch. That's the new fucking thing. Everyone who doesn't drink something that doesn't burn their throat is a bitch. It's like drinking whiskey. It's like, oh, that used to be hard as fuck, man. Now you're just a bitch.
Yeah.
What, you don't drink fruit drinks? You a bitch. Man, you don't drink orange Caribbeans? What a faggot.
Bringing in my own drink, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
So what else has happened this past February other than us being lonely bastards?
Well, should we talk about PewDiePie?
Well, okay, yes.
Actually, I think what I think we should talk about first is Kekistan, because I think that happened. Let's just go in order from what happened first to last of the month, man.
Oh Jesus! I mean,
Kekistan was the first thing that happened this month, bro.
Yep.
Us becoming an actual ethnic group.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that was fucking wild, man. Like that was the funnest time. Like I never had been part of a meme, like inside of a group that made a meme, but that was fucking fantastic, dude. Like that boosted my channel. It was fun as hell talking to, like Jeff Holiday and Wizard of Cause. That was so fucking fun, dude. Everyone came in, started talking about it. Oh, dude, it was something else, man.
Yeah.
I had all those fucking hilarious memes. I was laughing my ass off like every other day because it was like we would have a new meme, like a general or like a city or something, just made like Keklanta, like General von Kekistan.
But there is one person that we definitely need to just give a round of applause for, and that would be Carl Tuna for creating the Kekistani passports.
Oh, Carl!
Oh yeah.
You know what? I can't clap. I'm driving, but
yeah.
There you go, Carl.
Give him those finger
hats
snaps.
off to you, man.
Yeah, it was really good. Well, who made the fake newspaper? The Kekistani Times, or what was it?
Oh,
that was an actual Twitter. They made like fake headlines and shit.
Nice.
For, Kekistani shit.
Nice.
And then there was let's not forget Republic of Kekistan.
Yeah.
That dude who followed. He literally followed every single SJW YouTuber, and anyone who didn't have 1,000 subscribers got unfollowed the next day. He came onto my stream, followed me. I tried to send him a link. I sent it to him. The next day he unfollowed me. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Well then.
Yeah, that was fun. That was awesome. It's kind of like I was kind of mad. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing.
Well, I mean, the thing was, and I think this kind of ties into When did the He Will Not Divide Us stream fucking
Shia
go on?
LaBeouf.
Yeah, when did that go
That
on?
started the 20th. Yeah, that was the coinciding with that.
Yeah.
No, I guess we can talk about that next.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, it fits into it just because that's where most of our crap came from. It wasn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, the Kek was a thing long before it, but it was like that's where it really blew up. That's where like the meme just it spilled out.
They would come on there and just start yelling about Kek. Brittany Vente's was hilarious. She just comes up to the camera, she looks at it,
yeah.
she starts talking like really softly, and then she goes, "Fucking normies, get off my stream!"
Oh God,
that shit killed me too.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. He's funny. That was a really. Oh God, that was just really, Sam Hyde show up too. Like
my God, yeah. No, fucking what's the name of the other guy who showed up?
Baked Alaska.
I think Baked Alaska was on it. There was another guy who came up. Oh, one of my buddies. His name was Phil. Him and his buddies went up to it and they started doing like this dance and they were like playing like music. Shia LaBeouf came up and started dancing with them.
That's awesome.
And it was like in the middle of it, it went, "Make America Great Again." And like you see like these two people in the background when they were videotaping it. They like looked at him real weird and they started walking away. He's like, "What?
Hey, Casey, are you able to put on a video for us?
Oh shit! How do I share? Because I'm again retarded. Oh, there it is. Share screen.
God damn it, Casey.
Yep.
You're gonna make me jump out a window, even though I can't because I'm driving.
Are you seeing it now?
Yep.
I see me.
Yeah, cool. So what do we? What am I showing? Oh fuck.
I put a link into the sidebar.
Oh, this one.
Yep.
We don't do no talk.
Is it this one? The Asian Trump supporter.
Yep.
All right, cool.
I wanted to show this off because this was near the end of the great stream.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh, is that's that one kid who came up and started talking?
So set this up so I can set this up.
What do you mean?
Oh, are you gonna not set this up or is this? Oh well, fuck it. It's got text.
Basically.
I mean, this whole thing is perfect. So.
This is why you lost part 2.
I don't remember part 1 though.
I think that was the election.
Was the Trump election.
Ah, that was the part 1. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, just look at all this diversity, guys.
No, I mean, like that's the thing, isn't it? Like, hold up, pause that real quick.
Hold up. What were you saying, Polly?
Like that's the thing when it's like everyone's talking about how diverse like the left is, how diverse
it's not
the
though.
Democrats are.
That's the crazy
it's really
thing
not.
is.
Like it's a bunch of like middle class white people. Like I've seen more white Democrats, and I guess it's just because there's more white people in America in general. I've seen more white and black Democrats than I've seen any other. Like I've seen
no Asian Democrats.
I've seen a lot of white Republicans, but I've seen a lot more like black Republicans now. I've seen a lot more Asian Republicans now. I've seen a lot more Hispanic Republicans now, or just not even like Republicans, just people who voted for Trump. And it's like we're the more diverse group. Like we got like transit. Like you can look at just the anti-SJW community because I think damn near everyone in this community voted for Trump.
A good chunk of it, yeah.
Except for like a handful, like the ones who couldn't, and then the ones who were like super left. Like
Cause wasn't gonna do it.
No, Cause is a good guy, but he's on the left.
Yeah.
A little too far. Too far in my opinion.
On some things. On something.
Thunderfoot's another one who's a little too far left for my liking. I really don't like whenever.
He's British.
Bro, he calls me out on Twitter again. We about to square up. Like I was like, dude, you do realize that America has a higher has a higher population, and then it's like, well, that's why it's per 100,000 homicides for shootings. I was like, okay, but that doesn't explain away, huge city centers like Chicago and Detroit and stuff.
No, it doesn't at all.
Happens. Although it's like that's how more of it happens, man. But anyways, I digress.
Yeah, let's watch.
But Yeah, go ahead.
But Mundane Matt always calls himself centered. But really, he every time he talks about politics, it's always left. He almost always
that's the thing,
it's
isn't it?
left.
That's just all these people who say I'm a centrist, bro. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm practically a centrist, and I just don't, because I generally just don't give a fuck about these kind of things. They just
lies. Don't you lie to yourself, man. You're a Republican.
Oh yeah, but
Well,
that doesn't.
Conservative.
I'll just say this to Mundane Matt: if he ever watches this video, you are a Democrat. I can see it.
Well,
he's a liberal.
Even if not that, it's at the very least,
left leaning.
Yeah, he's a left. He's a liberal at the very least. Hang on a second. Let me get my me into my apartment real quick.
I don't know, the way that he talks about his politics, it just kind of screams social democrat to me.
Yeah. You know what? I don't have problems with again. I have to stress this all the time, but I don't have a problem with people on the left. Just make a good argument.
I don't either, but I think he should be honest.
Yeah.
That he's not a centrist.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, let's watch Asians.
Yep.
Actually think we working class people give two shits in the fuck about your identity politics. You think we care about intersectional trans feminism when look, I come from working class family, right? And the struggle doesn't discriminate. The struggle is the same. Our parents work their hands off to provide a better future for us so we don't have to struggle. And when their job left, that dream left with them. And you actually think we care about fucking identity politics? When the first thing that pops into our mind when we wake up is whether or not we're going to make a rent this month, whether or not we have money for food in our budget, or whether or not our bronze tier Obamacare plan covers little Britney's weird cough. Britney is sick, so sick. We don't know what's wrong with her. It might be because we don't have enough money. We can only afford to feed her cold chicken tendies. Check your privilege. And yet, you guys are the real racist ones. But
I gotta stop it there. I love how the fact that even when he's dropping this kind of knowledge, he still have to bring up the chicken tendies meme. Just throwing that out there.
Chicken tendies are the greatest, man. Like that's the thing, man. Like you don't understand. I went to IHOP the other day. The tendies are great.
Yes, they are.
I love tendies.
And you know, just this line right here, he's right. They're the ones actually being racist.
Oh, dude, if Keith Ellison,
without a doubt, man.
Well, look at their lineup for who they're trying to head up the DNC with right now.
Who was that?
What happened?
we got a Casey, but we lost we got a Capacitance, but we lost a Casey, man.
Oh, come on, Casey.
God damn. What's up, Cap?
What's happening, man?
Hey, bro.
Well, we had someone here before you jumped in, and he just somehow...
Before you so rudely interrupted.
Apparently, I kicked him out.
Bro, you kicked his ass back to the curb, bro.
Hopefully he'll come back in, because we haven't finished that video.
No, but like he's right, man. Like the left are the true racists now, like more than ever. Like for real. Like I don't know what it was that like made them do this. I guess it's because they've always been like if it's not one type of thing with race, it's another with them. Because like back in the day, they were trying to prevent blacks joining the Republicans and just blacks being able to vote in general. And now today they're trying to say,
come on, Casey.
God damn, son. But like even today they're like, blacks are too stupid to get a damn like driver's license and shit like that. It's like just because you say that doesn't mean that you're not a racist. In fact, I think it makes you more of a racist because
God damn it.
Black people, can't get.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My fucking internet shit here at work.
God damn it, Casey, let me talk.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. I'm fucking with you, man. No, I got all my saying out. But they've always been a party of race, man. It's always been about that for them.
Well,
If it's not like attacking them, they have to defend them.
yeah. Well, Democrats. I probably got cut off before I mentioned it, but Keith Ellison is one of their isn't he almost in front of being the guy that's gonna
Man,
head up
it don't
the
matter
DNC?
if Trump keeps acting like doing what he's doing and being the good ideal president like I think he's doing right now. I really don't think anyone's gonna.
Well, the thing though is, I think just jumping, I agree with you to a point, but I think, yeah, and I agree. It doesn't matter who they put in there, but the problem is, but that's the issue. Keith Ellison is just going to seal that for if he gets in as the head of the DNC, because he's one of Bernie Sanders' boys, but he's also a bit of an anti-Semite. I mean, also he's part of a religion that's not really well liked.
What religion is he part of?
Muslim.
Oh, hell no. Fuck no. Hell no. No. Mm-mm. Hell no. He ain't getting my vote.
Well, he's
Fuck him.
a black Muslim too.
Trump could nuke New York City and I still wouldn't vote for that bitch.
Well, no, I mean,
Is he a socialist? Is he a socialist too?
Well, he's a Bernie Sanders fan. So
oh,
yes.
yeah. He's done.
Well, no, here's the thing
How
though.
is he a Bernie Sanders fan and an anti-Semite?
I don't know. I think
Does he not realize that Bernie Sanders is a Jew?
He doesn't care. He says, "Oh, you're one of the good ones." That's his line. But here's the thing though, because Ellison is just trying to head up the DNC party. I have no idea who they're gonna put in for the candidate now. Like who are they fielding? Warren? Because it looks like that she might run if it goes down there. She'll get her ass kicked.
No. Warren's gonna get her ass kicked too. Pocahontas is dumb as fuck, bro.
Well, she's gonna get replaced by the time the midterms come around. Have you guys seen her fucking approval ratings in her home state?
It's bottoming out, man. Massachusetts fucking hates liberals now, dude. They fucked them up.
Yep. I mean, it's gonna be weird because I expect to see a lot more red states, or at least the turn.
Trump is next one if he keeps doing what he's doing.
Yep.
I mean, everyone's trying to make a scandal out of everything that he does, but it's really not.
Well, look at my issue. My only two issues that I have, I raised a kind of an eyebrow with, or just one real major issue was his banning of certain news organizations from the press thing, which, by the way, Obama did too. But it doesn't look good for him when he does that kind of stuff.
It wasn't good when Obama did it. It's not good when Trump did it. So
when did what now?
When he bans CNN and stuff. And wait, did he outright say?
To be honest, I can't blame him for that though. That's the thing.
I know.
I really can't. I really can't blame him because they act like fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna act like an idiot, you deserve to be banned for that.
Well, he didn't
call him a fucking racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe.
Well, he didn't ban Huffington Post, did he?
I don't think Huffington Post can even get on, to be honest.
Because here's the thing, because I don't know what exactly is going on with that situation altogether. Because I don't know if anyone's been paying attention to Twitter at all. But there's that hashtag. Freedom of the press. Well, it's dropped out of favor now, but it was the hashtag freedom of the press. And there's just I don't know. I mean, because I personally, when Obama did it, I really didn't give a shit because I have a low opinion of Fox News in general. But and I don't give it really a shit if Trump did it. That's where I stand on it. It's unless he's actively going after them as an organization, then we can talk about.
If he's trying to here's my opinion on it. If he's trying to shut them down, point blank, he's trying to fire everyone from that, reduce all their jobs, shit like that. Then that's fine. You can protest them all you want. I mean, that's fucked up. He deserves to be protested.
Well, it's unconstitutional. But
yeah, exactly. It's unconstitutional. But whenever he does something like ban them from a news conference, whenever they report a story about him having prostitutes piss on a bed that Obama was about to sleep in, and it's a fucking lie, like a blatant lie. It was libel and slander.
Yeah.
He has every right to do that, man.
Yeah.
Just like Obama had every right to ban Fox News whenever they said he didn't have a fucking birth certificate.
Yep.
To be honest.
Yep.
Let's be honest. They have every right to do that. If they're gonna cast slander and libel against them, that's why I fucking hate both of them, because they're both stupid as fuck.
And
That's seriously why I just listen to AP news articles now.
they're not constitutionally required to allow the press in anyway.
No, they're not.
The First Amendment just says that the press has the freedom to do their investigations however they like. But when you're talking about the White House press, there is no obligation to that.
No, there's not. I think there's a few things I really don't like Trump doing. Like he needs to boot fucking Kellyanne Conway and Spicer to the fucking curb because they're fucking retarded. Like literally, literally fucking retarded.
Well, yeah. Well, or how about this? Just don't let them speak anymore. Conway is fucking.
Spicer's a fucking. He has to. He's the fucking press secretary.
Well, okay, yeah, but that's the issue. Yeah, boot Spicer, because I was probably gonna bring that up during my stream later on, but no, it was he's not that great at his job, and I'm just like, no, dude, you gotta get rid of him. You gotta find someone that's competent that can actually fucking.
Here's what's gonna happen. They're gonna do that, and they're gonna be like, oh look, Trump's got to fire all of his people because they did that whenever what's his face got kicked out from I forget. I think it was like Business Interior or something like that. The one that had to stop because of interest groups and stuff being like a part of his stuff.
Yeah.
Like they tried to do it with that, but it didn't really go off the ground very well.
Yeah.
But whenever you got something like this, like if he boots Kellyanne Conway and Spicer, you can damn well guarantee that they won't bring up Obama's kicking out of Chuck Hagel and John Kerry and Hillary Clinton and all these other fucking retards that he had in there.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing though, and I'll always say this. I like Kellyanne Conway. She's a good strategist, but she just cannot think on her fucking feet. You give her fucking time.
She's a terrible public speaker. She's awful at it.
She's awkward, but I think if it was, in less formal situations, she's fine. But she just fucking, it's like a deer in the headlight situation with her whenever she's on the news.
Hey, Cap.
You're right.
Yeah.
What do you think about all this? You've been rather as quiet as I have been, so.
In regards to the press thing with the president?
Yeah, and after that, we'll actually talk specifically about Trump and what you guys think of how he's been this month.
All right.
Well, like I said, I don't think it's a great idea to set the precedent, even though it was set prior to, that you can disinvite the press to what is effectively a press conference, even though they sort of renamed it and moved it a little bit. Just because you wouldn't like it if the other side did that to you. So, once you take away the freedom from one person, you're effectively taking it away from yourself down the road.
I know, but I'll counteract with this though. I don't think it's an issue with just these certain media outlets. My contestation is this: the institution itself needs massive reform. It does. It needs that now, and that's on both sides. Like every fucking major right-wing outlet needs reform. Every single left-wing outlet needs major reform. There needs to be.
There's not really a centrist right. Like if you look at it, like there's not really a centrist left or a centrist right, thing. I guess you could kind of argue like Washington Post is like a centrist left, but other than that, I really don't think there's a centrist right. Like, what do we got for big right-wing news outlets? We got Fox News, Breitbart, and Daily Wire.
There needs to be there needs to be a return to the integrity of journalism.
I agree.
And if we, the consumers, can make that something that is enviable for them to do, then they will. But right now, everyone's so happy being
are we gonna start another? Are we gonna start another Gamergate then, or?
Well, dude, with I think we should. I think we should. Personally, I think we should have been doing that since the end of Gamergate. That should have been the next thing. Saying, look,
integrity in journalism is key to journalism. Like you have to be honest with your people. You can't lie to them.
Well, here's another thing that people don't, and I'm surprised people don't bring up enough. The way we get information now, I think the majority of us here are at least subscribed to a couple content creators on YouTube. That's where a good chunk of it comes from now. It's just individual creators at this point. Yeah. That's another thing that I think is causing the lashing out of a lot of these media organizations, is that they're now, look, Sargon pointed this up perfectly. He gets more views on his channel than CNN does. I mean, and so does PewDiePie. Like every
PewDiePie
so
gets more
much.
he gets more views than multiple, like huge. He gets more views on hit like one video than Turner Broadcasting gets on like half of their stations.
Yeah,
like, combined.
Yeah, and that's something that I find interesting, that the decentralization of the press. Because I pointed this out when I earlier on Twitter and shit. The media, the people sticking up for these media groups aren't really sticking up for the press. You're sticking up for corporations.
Yeah.
You really you frame it like that. I think Medicare, if anyone knows Jim, he said it best.
Yep.
The press is there to report, not to be given special privileges and access over citizens because they have Disney as a fucking sponsor.
Well, if you look at like some of the big outlets, like you can look at Huffington Post. Huffington Post co-founder was a vice president for Time Warner AOL, or AOL Time Warner rather. So
Yeah.
he's part of one of the largest cable companies in the world, cable company, internet service provider, who also is partners, I think, with Turner. Is it Turner Broadcasting? I think it is.
Well, I mean, the thing is, the thing is though, they're all part of the same issue, that they're all a bunch of trusts. That's all that you have now.
No, that's the thing. Like you've got like these giant media conglomerates. Like if you look at Vox Media, like Vox Media alone, they own Polygon, they own Vox, they own what's the SB Nation, they own Wired, I think, and they own there's another one that they own.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's actually move on to the next thing.
Yep.
But before that, my friend Slender Guardian wanted to say hi to everyone. So
I saw it.
I'll be going up to watch Princess Mononoke with him after the stream. So.
All right.
Nice.
Yep.
Speaking of the stream, after this next topic, I'm probably gonna have to go.
Okay.
I'm headed up north to the land of snow.
Okay. Well, this next topic is specifically about what Trump has done this month.
Oh, dope. My favorite person. God damn, Casey, what the fuck did you drop, bro?
He's really mad about Trump.
Yeah, no.
I'm angry as fuck.
My dog, one of the dogs here knocked over his plate.
You're hoping.
Dog hates Trump.
No, dude, no, that was Casey's hoping dreams falling on the floor. No.
All right. So with Trump this month, some people have been saying different things about him. One of the things that he did was to get rid of the federal law about trans bathroom stuff in schools. What do you guys think of that?
Why is this a fucking issue?
Exactly. There's not even enough. Like, I hate to say it, but there's not really a big enough group of this to even fucking matter.
Well, it's not even just that. It's the matter is, don't most facilities have a gender neutral bathroom?
Yeah, it's
this is specifically for
state decision.
This is specifically about schools.
Well, schools have that too.
Is it school? Oh, is it schools? I thought it was like businesses and stuff like that too.
Yeah, but this law would make it so that you would have to retrofit older ones, which you're not going to do at all.
Well, I mean, it's a weird position because I hate these fucking social laws that we have to have an opinion on, that we actually have to make federal law. I think he's making because what is it? They want to turn it over to the state is essentially what they want to do again.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Fuck it. I have no problem with that.
Isn't that a good thing? Like,
yes.
No, it's 100% a good thing. But I guess my problem is that I have a lot of, like, I get that it hurts trans people. I feel bad for them. I really do. But I mean, who the fuck is like 16 and trans and really meaning it? Like, really? Like, I guess there's some, but I really don't think that there is.
Oh,
to be fair, there's 4-year-olds who are quote trans.
No, that's the thing. If it's in the elementary schools, that's fucking stupid. In middle schools, that's fucking stupid. High schools, I can kind of get because there's like 18, 17-year-olds that are, dealing with sexuality issues and stuff like that. But like, fucking like pre-K and elementary and shit like that, middle school, hell no. Like,
it's complete bullshit. I'm just
It's dumb. Like it's really his.
Honestly, I think that we should just privatize schools and let them make the decisions themselves.
Oh, now you're talking
So-
to me, man. Now you're
Well, in regards to the federal law, I have 2 points on this. Is that there's no point, in my opinion, to spend that much money on 0.0 whatever percent of the population.
0.0015%.
Actually, it's 0.3%.
Well, aren't
0.3.
these statistics
this-
hard to get though because of
Yeah, well,
not being
there
on
are
the census and everything?
Yeah,
right,
but
it's so small.
the largest estimation is about 0.3. So
I think
Right,
the
so-
one I saw was like 0.15.
The second point on this would be that I don't think that you should be attempting to, kids will gravitate towards anything that is unique because to set themselves apart. So I think that once you start putting that type of stuff in front of them, right? And it's not even like indoctrination. It's not even any of that type of stuff. Is that you're going to get kids that identify a certain way. I mean, just look at anything on Tumblr. They're going to identify in a certain way, just to say, look how fucking special I am as a snowflake.
I'm different. I'm different, Mom and Dad. Look at me.
And
Look
you
at
know,
me.
you don't
I'm
even
different, just like everyone else.
No,
Right.
that's the thing. Like I see these kids in high school, and like you went to school with them. A lot of us went to school with these same kids. They would have sex with like every fucking body, not dudes and stuff like that. They would have sex with like all these fucking people, and then they'd be like, "Oh yeah, dude, I'm fucking bisexual." And then they get out here in the real world, and they're like, "Oh, I'm not really bisexual. I'm like."
Well, I mean, I think just for
straight as a
the
motherfucker.
if we just want to talk about the transgender issue, how the fuck do we know that they're transgendered? I mean,
Because apparently their brains tell them that. Like I could get it if you had like a surgery. I don't have a problem if you've already had surgery and shit.
of
But
course.
it's more the
like-
problem
no.
with like fucking people who are like, oh yeah, I'm a girl, and then they have a dick.
But what
Like,
prof-
Now,
Sorry.
if they have like severe gender dysphoria, that like a legit medical condition, then I'm more willing to be like, oh, hello, lady, even if they're obviously
well, I mean,
male.
Isn't gender dysphoria? That's not really a medical issue, is it? It's more of a
It's a mental disorder.
it's a mental disorder, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, much in the same way
Sorry,
ADHD is.
whenever I say mental and medical, I like medical is like more of like I have like a deformation and stuff like that. Sorry, that's just how my brain works.
Yeah, medical is always physical, but mental can be chemical. So
Yeah. No,
Okay.
I get it. I realize people have problems. I'm not saying that like we shouldn't like help them, cope with it, but there shouldn't be a fucking law making me have to have, and I hate like this fucking argument because it's like very rare cases. I shouldn't have to have like my fucking 3-year-old daughter in a bathroom with like a fucking 50-year-old man.
well, I
Who
mean,
still has a dick. But
where does this stop though? That's the issue. Where does this? Because I don't know who here
it
watches.
stop- Well, I mean, even if you say okay, just people who have already had surgery.
Yeah.
Who's to say that they have the surgery? I mean, you can't really tell, man. It's like, okay, show me your dick, show me your vagina. It's like that's invading personal space. You can't really do that.
I'm pretty sure that's some sexual crime or another.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's like it's invading personal space. It's invading privacy. It's like sexual harassment, stuff like that. I mean, you can't really do it. You can't really tell. You know what I'm saying?
But here's another issue that I have is I understand if the person, like, let's take Blair White for example. Would any of us
God,
not? Yeah. Would any of us peg her as a fucking dude if we didn't know
No.
who she was? No one would peg
No.
her. So
I actually didn't know she was trans until like a couple of
I
weeks
can
ago.
totally
Actually,
tell. Whenever she does not have makeup on, I can tell.
But like she's really good at it. Oh, that's the thing. She's
No,
actually.
I'm not saying that she's not, but I could definitely tell though.
Oh, I couldn't for like I couldn't the first time we talked, but it was this weird. It's weird because some people you can tell, like if a person's making the effort to pass, like really actually making the effort, I tend to feel more sorry for them. But if it's pretty obvious that motherfucker has a 4 o'clock shadow.
Oh yeah, like the what's it, gender terrorist or whatever the fuck he was.
Oh,
like
that
that guy. Nah, hell no. I would
So
not let you go to my fucking bathroom with my dog. Fuck you.
My
Okay.
question is what the fuck is the point anyway? I don't even use fucking public restrooms. Right?
No.
It's just like,
It's
you know,
awful.
go home and fucking shit.
most people at high schools don't use the restrooms. They hold it until they're home.
I don't know, but my school had nice bathrooms just because they're nice and we could smoke in there and stuff. But no,
it's
man,
more like
for real though.
More of like it's kind of like bringing up the issue of safe spaces in a way. I think it's just another way for them to have like, oh, you see this? There's a girl bathroom, there's a boy bathroom, there's a transgender bathroom. Yeah, guess what? Transgenders, there's your safe space.
Yeah, well, I mean, here's
safe
the
in your
and also somehow giving them their own special privileged little bathroom.
It's a bubble. It's a bubble, dude.
Well, they think that it's going to cut down on bullying.
no, it won't.
That's how you get bullied, dude.
But dude,
The second I see you walk into that, the second a bully
this
sees you
motherfucker's
walk
a
into that
weirdo.
bathroom, it's over. Yeah.
Right, it's
Yeah,
spawn
you-
camping at that point.
Oh yeah, it's like, boy, I
Pawn
roast
camping.
the fuck out of that person, man. I don't care if it's a girl or a guy. I roast the fuck out of them.
well, here's the thing though. Everyone, but what kids are we talking about here? How old are we going for with these kids?
High school. That's what I said. High school. That's the only way. Even then, I don't really agree with it.
But it brings up
It can't just be high school, because with what parents are doing with their children nowadays, it's going to have to be instituted on a level of
no,
pre-K
fuck
and
those no, seriously, fuck those parents. If you're bringing up sexuality to a fucking like 3-year-old, you're a fucking stupid parent.
well, it's,
Like, the child shouldn't have to suffer as much for that.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're shitty. I'm saying you're fucking dumb.
well, I mean,
Kids don't understand that shit. Kids are stupid.
well, yeah, but here's the thing though. The thing though is that we're not talking about sexuality. I don't give a fuck about that. We're talking about is a person that is biologically a man, is biologically a boy, is he capable of identifying as a girl simply because he says, yeah, I'm a girl now.
Like it.
Well, yeah.
Because he feels like it, basically.
And my
like, where do we draw the line? Like, they could, like, what's this, gender fluid? Is that what it is now? You can, like, go in between.
yeah,
It's like, okay, so what does that mean? We have to listen to you whenever you say, because you're oppressed whenever you're a girl, but whenever you're a dude, we can hit you. But if we punch you, whenever we try to oppress the girl, we're hitting a girl again.
I swear to God, Officer, he was a man before I punched him.
yeah. Well,
I know, right?
well, it's a weird thing because I get into arguments with look, people that are trans, legitimate trans people, their brain activity will show that they are the gender that they present themselves as. You can do fucking CAT scans, and it will show you. I know one, for example. Me and her have been friends since high school. And you cannot tell me, because I've looked at her own CAT scans and I've seen it. I've seen the fucking proof. She is a female mentally, maybe not biologically, but she is mentally a female. It's there. She expressed.
according to brain games, I think like a girl.
Yep. But as far as the law goes, this is just fucking stupid. Why is this an issue? Why is this a matter of public policy? Shouldn't it be the discretion of the person themselves?
At the very least, don't legislate your feelings. God damn it!
All right, so let's move on to the next thing that people are talking about with Trump. That would be about weed.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Wait, we're actually fucking organized today? What?
Yes.
When did this happen?
This is a RuffRadio stream. Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was on Politipod's channel.
No, this is all me.
Yeah.
So
I apologize. I thought we
Yeah, well, what are they specifically saying? That they're going to enforce the law?
yeah, that is basically what they're saying, that they're going to crack down on weed. But from what I've been told, it's a misconception, and I haven't read through this yet, but this is why they say it is. So why don't we go through this and then we? Oh God. Oh.
That's
Okay.
a fuck ton of stuff.
Okay, there's the marijuana stuff. Okay, let's go to specifically that. So yeah, we'll see if it is actually what people are freaking out about or not. So, thanks, Sean. Robbie Brock with Talk Business and Politics here in Arkansas. the home of the rowdiest town halls in the nation. Okay. Oh, Politipod's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he fucked
Yeah,
up.
he just left.
Okay. He didn't even say goodbye.
Fuck him. But let's go.
All right. I have a question on medical marijuana. Our state voters passed a medical marijuana amendment in November. Now we're in conflict with federal laws, as many other states are. The Obama administration kind of chose not to strictly enforce those federal marijuana laws. My question to you is, with Jeff Sessions over at the Department of Justice as AG, what's going to be the Trump administration's position on marijuana legalization where it's in a state-federal conflict like this? And I'm pretty sure everyone in here is on the side that it should be legal. So
Yeah,
Yes.
on some level, yes. I
Okay.
would agree with that.
all right. And then Mr. Spicer says, "Thanks, Robbie. There's two distinct issues here: medical marijuana and recreational marijuana. I think medical marijuana, I've said before that the president understands the pain and suffering that many people go through who are facing especially terminal diseases, and the comfort that some of these drugs, including medical marijuana, can bring to them. And that's one that Congress, through a writer in 2011 looking for a little help, I think put it in an appropriations bill saying the Department of Justice wouldn't be funded to go after these folks. There was a big difference between that and recreational marijuana, and I think that when you see something like the opioid addiction crisis blossoming in so many states around this country, the last thing we should be doing is encouraging people. There is still a federal law that we need to abide by in terms of the medical when it comes to recreational marijuana and other drugs of that nature. So I think there's a big difference between medical marijuana, which states have the states where it's allowed in accordance with the appropriations writer have set forth a process to administer and regulate that usage, versus recreational marijuana. That's a very, very different subject. Wow, that was hard to follow.
Yeah, well, from what I gather, I think, and Trump has been pretty concise on what he feels to be like. He's okay with medical marijuana. He said that from his own words early on in the campaign. So right away, he's at head and shoulders above a lot of Republicans. Oh, I shouldn't even say Republicans. A lot of GOP members, and a lot of Democrats, by the way, too. But as far as recreational, he says leave it up to the states. Is essentially what I got from him during the campaign.
Yeah, and even Tyler Preston has been freaking out about the whole weed thing, and he's saying Trump wants to ban weed or something.
No, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, Tyler Preston has been freaking out in the last day or two.
Over what?
I don't know. I've just been seeing, every time I see a tweet from him, it's freaking out over something having to do with Trump, and he's pissed, basically.
Yeah, to be honest, he's been pretty angry over the last 2 months.
Yeah. So
I don't get this. Like, I understand people are kind of annoyed at this, but let's be real here. The only thing Obama didn't do in regards to weed was enforce the law. He kind of just laxed about it. He didn't remove anything. He could have, but he didn't. And Trump, I don't know what he's planning to do, but states could fucking do it too. States have a right to do what they need to do. Now, they could lobby for marijuana legalization, which I think they should do. But
yeah, I think we should get rid of the federal law about that and leave it up to the states. So,
well,
like I don't think Trump is going to press anything on places like Washington to get rid of all their weed or anything.
Well, I personally think if he Trump's in a weird position right now. Let's be honest. He's not well liked by key members of his own fucking party. So he has them. he has internal leaks happening, and he also has the Democrats, losing their shit over it, and it's an issue. He is. I personally say that he could win a. If I was in his office right now, I'd be saying you could. Here's his options. He alienates a good chunk of the moralists in his party, which fuck them, they're a minority, or he gangs a bunch of independents and people that are, more pro. Well, I mean, it's like what 62% now are in favor of legalizing weed all outright, or something ridiculous. Some ridiculously high number are just like, yeah, fuck it, go ahead. And I personally think that's why he's so close with Rand Paul right now. But yeah, I think within the next 6 months we might see some actual action on this. But as far as this goes, this is nothing new. This is the same shit that. This is the same shit. There's nothing new here.
Yeah. There was even a tweet that Tyler Preston put out where he was listing. He said that Trump wants to crack down on weed, remove trans bathroom protection, supports torture, remove abortion rights, has a woman who wants a theocracy in his cabinet, and denies climate change. And he says there's nothing positive about him.
Okay, first off, God damn it, Tyler. I used to give you. This is the reason I unfollowed him. I don't know what's going on with him right now. What's up? He used to be kind of measured in his response. So was he catfishing us the entire time that he was a cool dude?
I don't know.
I don't want to shit on the guy, and he can have his own opinion of Trump. I don't give a fuck. But dude,
yeah, there's legitimate things to criticize about him.
There are. I mean, yeah, I personally think that he could implement this shit a lot better. I mean, let's be honest here. I mean, again, I can't even fault him for that shit because how much of his cabinet's even been okayed yet? It's like what, a couple key positions?
Yeah, I'm not sure. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
What were you gonna say?
What was I gonna say? I don't know. This is just it's stupid. Everything that's been coming out as far as people trying to criticize policy is that, oh, well, we've been criticized. We should have been criticizing this policy forever. So it's just stupid to me. I really don't have an opinion on this because I can't get. It's the same opinion I've always had. Just legalize the fucking thing. Who gives a shit? Let's make some money off of it.
Is there someone here?
Yeah, tax it to hell. I was just saying, yeah, legalize it, tax it to hell. I mean, the government. Hey, from a government standpoint, they have to make money. I mean, if we're gonna add the sin tax to the cigarettes, then we might as well do it for marijuana.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. We waste more money just combating it. That's the thing. I mean, I understand why he wants to do it. Actually, I think it would go a long way of helping him take out the cartels, because I know that's a huge part of his platform is, let's go fuck up the cartels. You take out one of their key legs if you just legalize the fucking thing.
Yeah, the best way to defeat the cartels is to legalize what they're trying to sell.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still going to be trying to push heroin, and we could talk about whether we should legalize heroin, but
why don't we just do what Spain did and legalize everything? That way it's not.
You mean Portugal?
Portugal? Okay.
Yeah.
That was Spain.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, most people just don't have any desire for this. Again, I keep saying, as far as policy goes, yeah, we'd still have to tax it if we are gonna okay it. I don't know. I got nothing on this, to be honest with you. It's just more of the same thing that previous administrations have done, except Obama.
Yeah, Obama's pretty much done nothing, which I guess it's good that he didn't do anything like enforcing it, but the fact that he didn't do anything about the law itself.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's take a those. I keep saying we should always take a look at see from Trump's perspective. This is kind of a win-win scenario for him. On the one hand, he could win a good chunk of his party back, but they're a minority of his party, so I don't know what that's going to do with him. On the other hand, he could say, "Fuck it, I'm just going to leave up to the states," and still walk away like, "Yeah, these states can legalize it. I don't give a shit." Like, bye.
There's these things to keep in mind, though, is that one, that there's a lot of inertia in government, and that everyone that is the people who are legislating the laws, they're of a generation that was indoctrinated with, that was the devil's weed, man, and it made you kill your kids.
Yeah, I mean, it's also stupid.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of, we have to put up with the past in order to help change the future. And so there's not going to be a whole lot of support legislatively at the federal level to legalize pot. But I think that if we make it a states' rights issue, which most, or I would say half of the Republican Party is supposedly on board for, then let's go ahead and do it that way. And if you're going to use the same argument for the transgender bathrooms or abortions or anything like that, you might as well make the same states' rights argument for.
Well, that's what Trump's been. Say what you want about Trump. The guy appears to be more oriented to the state shit on these social issues. He just doesn't give a fuck. On the fiscal side, we could talk about how he wants to federally mandate stuff and whether there are some net negatives to all that. But I don't know. I mean, these issues are just fucking stupid to me. At the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that's just my opinion. What else are we talking about? What else has Donnie been doing lately?
I'm not actually sure. That's the main things that I've actually heard about. Have you guys heard anything else? Or?
I know he's setting up. I know today he signed another order, basically scaling back even further regulations. So people are fucking happy as shit about that.
Specifically, the business owners.
Yeah, well, fuck it. Deregulation on some level is good, I guess. I mean, it depends on what the regulations are.
While we're talking about business owners being happy, I think that there's a lot of people that get missed in this conversation. When everybody says, "Hey, these regulations are making the businesses happy," they're thinking about Exxon and shit.
Yeah.
Like that. But I'm a small business owner, have been for 15 years, and I will tell you right now that we feel that as far as the every little regulation just makes everything that much more expensive. I mean, just think about something like that people do every year. They file their taxes.
Yep.
And for most people, it will cost them, I don't know what, $40 for a copy of TurboTax, or free in most cases.
Mm-hmm.
But it costs me, I don't know, $3,000 just to file my taxes, just to pay the government another $10,000 for that year or whatever.
Why does it cost so much?
Yeah, there definitely is a lot of work that needs to be done and a lot of regulations that need to be cut. So.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, I look, as a guy who, my family used to own a construction business. But our shit went under. So I mean, that happens largely just because we didn't have the best people working for us, but it's also because the taxes we had to pay just put us the fuck under. It was either 06 or 05 that we finally packed up shop, and those regulations fucked us into the ground. They didn't help us at all.
And insurance.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's just such an issue because yes, I do agree that there should be some regulations as far as these are the certain environmental codes you need to pound if you're like, I don't know, an oil refinery business or what have you. These are some of the structural regulations we have. Just basic shit. That's all I want. I just want
How about the original small handbook that the EPA had originally made?
Yeah.
I mean, the simplest way to look at it is, just like with life in general, your freedom of expression or right to do anything ends where somebody else begins, right? So you can't hurt anyone. And I think that if you pare back the regulations to you are not allowed to physically harm anyone, whether that be EPA or whatever, then that's fine. But beyond that, I don't think you should be going, well, you have to make sure that you print it on a specific form in a specific color, because you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the rigmarole that you have to go through. Like, I personally, and I might get some flack for this, but I personally don't think that company that smaller businesses should be forced to pay their employees' health care. I personally, if you don't get like, if you're less than 100, you shouldn't have to pay their health care.
Technically, it's under 50 now.
Oh, really? That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but that is stupid on some level.
Right. So if you have fewer than 50 employees, you're not required to provide any type of health care for them. Yeah,
but what business is going to do? Like, that was the issue with. You guys watch the Cruz-Sanders debate at all?
No, I haven't.
Well, there was a question that it was this very question of health insurance, and what should businesses be forced to pay. And this woman was talking about how her hair salon had recently wanted to open up a third shop, and she had now gone over her 50 employee limit, and now she has to start paying. And she says, I can't do it. My business won't be able to expand to do this, and I can't pay my employees then. But Sanders the entire time was like, no, you gotta pay. You gotta pay because you're over 50, and I'm sorry, but that's what you got to do. And it's just stupid. And I disagree with it, just because you're not going to be able to. A business will not be allowed to expand its potential, and won't be able to pay half a good chunk of its people.
Is this the debate that everyone was? Everyone on Twitter was going on about Cruz and how awesome he was.
Yeah, Cruz was. I didn't like him that much, but goddamn, did he fucking? I mean, again, it's not hard to beat a socialist in an economics debate.
But seriously, where was this Cruz during the presidential debate? It seems he's more like now than ever. So.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing, Cruz is a pretty good statesman. I would never fucking want him as president, though. He rubs me the wrong way, and I know that's kind of petty, but he's a little too religious for me, and he's a Canadian citizen. Just gonna point that out there. I'm kidding.
How is he even able to run then if he's a Canadian citizen?
I'm kidding. But no, I mean, actually, I don't know. Was that ever resolved? Because there again, Trump brought up the fact that Cruz was technically born in Canada, and it's kind of questionable whether he was allowed to run. But,
was he born to Canadian parents or American parents?
One American.
He's American. Mixed in like Puerto Rican and American.
So he was born with both citizenships, right?
Yeah, and
which means he was an American citizen from birth still.
Yeah, but I think the issue is, though, I mean, even if he was, it doesn't matter. That's a conversation that we should have been having 6 months ago, or even longer than that, actually. But whatever. I think I personally just want the scale back a bit more, just because businesses need a break. They just need something to keep them afloat. What else has been going on?
PewDiePie.
Yeah, PewDiePie. If you guys want to.
Who wants to open up about PewDiePie the Nazi?
Jesus Christ, what a fucking... How did the mainstream media think this was going to end for them?
With them being praised as heroes?
Yeah, and it didn't. It got them shit canned. It got them an ass kicking, because what happened? You have someone that has a bigger reach than you basically go over you and talk to his audience. And no matter what hit job you... And again... This is speaking to the whole press thing. This is the reason I don't feel conflicted as much as I should about the press fucking not being invited into the White House. It's because they do shit like this, and it was the Wall Street Journal, and it was various. It was Vice, it was BuzzFeed, it was all these fuckers, and I don't feel bad that you guys are not that trusted anymore when you go out there and smear someone like Felix.
Well, while the press can have a certain amount of blame on this, there needs to be a focus on their consumers, the people that consume their content, for having absolutely no fucking sense of humor.
Well, yeah, it's not even just that though. It's because nobody bought it though. That was the issue. That very few bought it, unless they were like super. Well, J.K. Rowling bought it, but
enough people bought it that Disney would pull it.
No, I think Disney has a weird thing when it comes to anti-Semitism, just because of Walt Disney's kind of pretty heavily anti-Semitic when he was around.
Yeah.
I mean, not Nazi, but like he was kind of just like, I feel uncomfortable.
But wasn't he in support of Hitler though?
Or I think originally in some capacity, but not when the U.S. entered the war. In fact, he became really kind of he became really involved in the anti-Nazi effort afterwards. So I mean, it's a weird thing. I think he had his own prejudices, but I don't think he ever wanted to fucking kill them. That's
so wasn't the "It's a Small World After All" originally named "It's a Small Gas Chamber"?
Yes, yes, it was. Yeah, horribly anti-Semitic. Horribly.
There's just no sense of humor though on the left, and that really bothers me because they expect that everything has to be this sort of clean cut, black and white, their way or no way. And if you even offer some bit of satire, you're now the worst thing ever. And there's no like lead up to anything anymore. It's never like, that kind of offends me. It's they crank it straight to 11 and you're a fucking Nazi and you're trying to physically assault me with your words.
Well, I'm trying to be fair, and I'll say that it's not just on the left; it's fucking on the right too. The scale in which we get offended as Americans is just ridiculous. We used to be like this. That there was a time when we could at least crack a fucking joke or two at anyone's expense. I mean, we still
left
can.
and right.
Yeah, well, we can.
I understand the whole left and right, but I think that there are so many people now on the fringes, and not to make a case for horseshoe theory, but there are so many people on the fringes that both of them are so fucking crazy that the only people that aren't really getting offended are us sitting in the middle going, wow, look at all these crazy fuckers around us.
Well, yeah, the normal people aren't losing their shit over, oh, he said a black joke. Oh, he said this kind of joke. And it's like, I don't get the mentality behind that. I'm 22. Theoretically I should be the most triggered person out there. Just the average millennial.
I'm 18. I should be upset about this too.
Yeah. So what makes us different? I've always wondered that. What makes us different? Was it the way we were raised, or?
Yeah. Yes.
Did you guys also have conservatives raising you?
I had I had a Democrat and a Republican raising me. So that's a weird thing to be at.
I had very much conservative grandparents raising me, and so that's a bit why I am like this. But I did also go through a time when I was very much a leftist liberal.
Yeah. Well, I think to me it's because my parents were so young when they had me. Like my parents were younger than me when they had me. I'm 22. My parents were 20 when they had me. So by that time they had the kid, and they were essentially out on their own. And the way they coped was having a sense of humor, and that kind of transferred more to me as I got older, because
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Well, most of my life has always been that we've never been super rich. We've never had the luxury of being offended. So I think we've kind of had the need to have really off-color humor just to get through like work and whatever. Like I don't understand. I just don't get where I don't get offended by this stuff.
Well, I have a theory that people that have never really had to work for anything are more likely to have this idea that the world should bend to their will and suit their needs. Whereas, and secondary, I think that, the presidential election for 2024 should be famine. so that people have to really stop worrying about pronouns and start worrying about how they're going to eat.
Yeah, but no, I mean, I think you're right about that, though. I mean, you look at all these people that get offended over, at the end of the day, are just really off-color jokes. Are just they're upper middle class, and usually white. Or on the flip side, they're really not so rich. They're usually of a ethnic minority, and they have a stick and they have a chip on their shoulder. Those are usually your two types. Now, thankfully, the second type, the ethnic minority, is truly a minority. Like most black people don't give a shit if you make a black joke. They actually think it's kind of funny, and you can make some racial jokes to each other all the time. That's what I used to do when I worked construction. We just fucking sat around, and I don't know how many times I don't want to mess with anyone's channel, so I won't repeat any of the jokes, but it was never an issue for us. That's another thing. Another reason I think that people get offended is because they largely live in homogenous cultures. They're not around a lot of diverse people, so
I could see that.
I mean, yeah, they're overcompensating.
Well, I think that, like, if you look at people like Smugly Puff or something like that, you're seeing the sort of outcome of never being challenged. And I'm old enough where I can say that I did not get trophies for just appearing in school.
That seems to be like a certain sport. Like I wrestled all through high school. That was never a thing for us.
Oh, no. Yeah, because it's a specialty. But all of the basic sports, the ones that you can just walk into, those are the ones that they just handed
like
them
the
out.
fucking team sports. I think that's the reason I never really liked team sports. That you never won on your own merit. A lot of the time, if you had one, it's because you had, like, if you're a football player, it's because you have a great quarterback, or you have a great such and such. You have a great, or if you're a soccer player, you have a great goalie. But with
I was that great goalie.
Yeah, but with any individual sport, you kind of have to rely on yourself, and you have to challenge yourself. Like when in wrestling, you have to make a certain weight every so often. So you're in the gym running for about 3 hours, trying to cut 5 pounds, or you're running 20 miles to cut 20 pounds. So you have to push yourself to do these things in the more individual market. And most kids don't grow up like that. They grow up with the whole team mentality. And I've never had that. And I don't understand why people do.
Well, in school, we're always, at least now, we've been forced to do group projects even when it would be a simple one-man thing, when I could just as easily do all the work myself, and I would do all the work myself in some cases, but everyone else would be getting an A just because I decided, you know what, I can do this. There's really nothing needed.
Yeah.
It was just dumb to me that, like, I could work my ass off, but then no one else would have to work their ass off at all.
I always liked those individual projects just because I could make something that was better than everyone else. Like because we were making castles in history one year, so I made this kick-ass one that was like, has anyone ever seen The Last Airbender, that show back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, so I basically made one that was like Ba Sing Se. So it had like rings in it, and mine was like the shit, and everyone else was crap compared to mine. And it felt really good because I did my own job, and everyone else, sucked. The individual accomplishment is, I think, a much needed thing in order not to get offended. I don't know why that is, but I don't know. The whole PewDiePie thing though is stupid. I don't know why people got butthurt over it. It's just stupid.
No, it's mostly because even the thought of Nazis is enough to burn down a school.
Of course.
So it's extra media attention. It's extra clicks for them just to attack the biggest dude on the platform.
Yeah. Well, I gotta head out. I gotta go. I had to get ready for my stream. If anyone wants in, I'll send you a link. Huff.
Okay.
Yep.
Actually, I don't think I would be able to go into your stream. Well, I may be able to for a little bit, but I have to be somewhere soon. So.
Yep. So I'm out, guys. See you.
All right.
Hey. Bye.
All right. So, is there anything else that happened this month besides Milo?
Ah, damn.
Yeah, because me and Unvarnished are going to collab about that, so I don't want to talk about it here.
Well, I can't think of anything specifically. All I know is that everyone's hair is on fire.
I'm literally shaking.
Well, then I guess this is the shortest RuffRadio stream I've ever done.
Well, I'm sorry that I didn't realize what I was getting into, and I'll be better prepared if I get another invite.
Okay, it's going to be the last Friday of every month, so.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is really cool. I wish I would have known whose it was when I first came in here, but
Jax.
Yeah, organized streams are pretty nice,
Check the sidebar, Jax. I've been trying to get your Twitter handle.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
It is. If I can get to the damn chat. Oh, here it is.
I personally enjoy the streams that aren't arguments the entire time. So good on you, man.
Yeah. I'm not good at arguing with people, so I don't do that stuff.
I'm with you.
If I do a debate with someone, it's going to be over multiple videos that I can always make sure I can go back and check everything and all that.
Right. Well, I appreciate you letting me in here and let me contribute a little bit towards the end of this. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Oh, yes. You guys want to say your final goodbyes to everyone?
Well, I am Hate Capacitor on Twitter, and check me out, man. I'm new. I'm trying to do this stuff. I suck at it, so it's a perfect opportunity for you to call me a twat.
All right, Jax.
I'm Jax. I kind of just go from stream to stream. I mean, I keep meaning to post videos, but I just never get software that works. So,
Pirate Bay.
Oh, don't do that, Jesus! Don't do that. I can point you in the right direction.
Okay, thank you. Yep, and yeah, thank you for having me on, Huffle. It's nice being on.
Yep, anytime. All right. Well, we're signing off now.